Hey there, we're Crystal and Eric, corporate remote workers, property photographers, and full-time van lifers. We like traveling off the beaten path and finding hidden gems along the way. If you like that too, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more.
Should I stand behind you?
No!
We're talking about how we work on the road. And getting ready. Yeah, that's what I figured we would do in today's video.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about it for a second first?
Today we're talking about how we work on the road. And it's appropriate because today we're working on the road.
And that's exactly why I thought this should be the topic of today's video.
It was a good idea.
Thank you. So we have begun our Western road trip. We are officially on the road.
Oh my God, we left home this morning at like 7:30 in the morning and we're stopping less than 2 hours in because we have work meetings.
That's right. That's how we travel on the road. That's one of the main things is that we do, as you may know, we both do have corporate remote jobs that we work around and do all this crazy traveling from our van and manage those as well. And you might be wondering to yourself, how the heck do you guys do that? Well, we'll tell you.
We'll take you along for the ride today, and I guess we'll end up sharing some of our tips and tricks and some of our rules for the road, which we do have because, like Eric said, we have kind of big jobs. They're very important to us. The income from them allow us to live this lifestyle. It allowed us to buy this van. So we want to prioritize those. And so it's always important that we're able to fulfill those corporate needs even when we're, in a crazy place.
And speaking of fulfilling needs, we went out of our way to get these incredible donuts that in this donut desert that is Michigan.
Oh my God, it's such a donut desert.
You find this oasis that might be the best vegan donuts in the country.
These are definitely the best ones that we've had so far. We are at Strange Matter in Lansing, Michigan. And Eric's right. These Midwesterners, I mean, you guys, I love you. You're so sweet, but you do not know how to do sweet treats. So thank God for Strange Matter because they're pulling all the weight out here, okay?
2016 Cavs LeBron, just like you're carrying the whole team. You're a one-man show. Congratulations, Strange Matter. And congratulations to us for having these amazing donuts this morning.
We got 6.
There's 2 of us. We're going to basically subsist off of this for the next week.
Yeah, why not?
Time for a sugar rush.
Let's go.
Well, before we dig into these amazing donuts, I want to tell you our first tip for how we work remotely and stay on the road is that we stick to near interstates and towns.
Whenever possible. So obviously you will go through more rural places, but especially in those places, it's better to stick to the interstates when you're working because that is just where the cell service is going to remain. We used to use a hotspot for our internet connection, so we heavily relied on cell service. We just decided to spring into the Starlink for this trip, and I will admit I don't love it, but we're hoping that it opens our horizons a little bit more out west where that cell coverage is harder to come by.
We will ultimately definitely be doing a full video on that, but the tests have not gone well.
We're just going to leave it at that right now.
So yes, we do also have hotspots on our cell phones as a backup, so that works out pretty nicely and provides a 2-step coverage, which is something that we always liked having. Even when we had our dedicated hotspot, it was Verizon, our phones are T-Mobile, so that if one coverage map wasn't sufficient, maybe the other one. We're really trying to be cautious about not being caught without internet at any given point in time because, again, these are our jobs. So.
And to be fair, we've lived in this van for a year and a half. Most of the travel that we've done has been east of the Mississippi, so we stay east. We actually particularly stay northeast. Really, Michigan is as far west and south as we tend to go, but ultimately there's a lot of good cell coverage in those areas. We have never been without, with the exception of the Catskills in New York. There is absolutely nothing there. And that was a shock to us because we were like, well, surely you can pop in into at least a coffee shop and use their, no, there's absolutely nothing. Like some of the businesses there didn't even have Wi-Fi.
They're like, you can leave. That would be a good idea.
You could just leave the region. Yeah, so watch out for the Catskills. But other than that, sticking by the highways, having the 2 plans, one as a backup, has always served us very well for internet.
So we got donuts to get to. We have a couple meetings to take. We will catch you a little bit later down the road.
See you later.
I love when it's a real gang. I love seeing a motorcycle gang on the road. Is that weird? That seems wrong. That seems wrong to celebrate seeing a criminal organization at large. But I love it.
He likes organized crime. He is not a part of organized crime. Let's just be very clear on that. He just likes seeing it.
I just love when people live by a set of rules that are not the normal set of rules. Like they're outlaws, but they have their own code. That's so weird. Why do that? I don't know. I think it's fun. Organized crime. Do you guys like it? Put a comment down below. Taking a little quick pit stop to get the National Parks Pass. Gains you entry to every national park and national forest and national whatever for a full year. So this is going to save us a lot of money, says ChatGPT, like almost $400 for just this trip alone. So pretty exciting, and you get a nice little laminate.
Ooh!
We got it here at the Indiana Dunes National Park, the only nice place to go to in Indiana. All right, so our second tip for how we remote work on the road is that we go to Planet Fitness locations or Planet Fitnesses.
So Planet Fitness is a big part of our strategy, especially when working, because we are members here. It's actually our sole way that we shower. We don't have a shower in our van. So it's nice to go in, work out, get your shower, use the facilities. But because we're doing that and because we're paying members, we also feel much better about spending sometimes an extended amount of time in their parking lots. So behind the scenes, before Eric's meeting, we actually got another 2 hours further on the road trip, and we are another 2 hours further west, which is exciting. Like we mentioned, we're at Planet Fitness. We're gonna go work out. We're gonna go use the facilities now that the workday is over. But what is not over is the tips for you guys on how to work from the road.
All right, and it feels like it's a free workout because we did head into Central Time, so the world is our oyster. It's an extra long day. Yeah, it's like daylight savings time. Bonus. I love it.
It was really nice because I took a nap, so I got a free nap out of the deal.
If you've been following us long enough, that's not just because of Central Time. That's all the time.
Okay, we are here at our last stop of the day, last stop of the night. It's getting a little dark out, which is why you might see some crazy lights going on in here. We are at the
Wild Blossom Meadery. Thanks for teeing me up naturally and not forgetting, and then I jumped in.
That is definitely what happened. We were just outside of Chicago. We saw the skyline coming in, which was really cool. I've still never been to Chicago.
We'll get in there. And maybe we'll come back here to do it, because there's a commuter train that runs from right by here that goes right into downtown. So maybe we'll do a return trip sometime.
That'd be fun. It's a Harvest Host stop. They gave us some cool non-alcoholic mead. I never had mead when I did drink, so this will be cool to kind of try and see. But this brings us to our final road trip tip about corporate remote working, and that is that we have a limit on how much we drive each day, and particularly a strict limit on days that we work.
So we only drive 4 hours on a work day and only 8 hours on a non-work day. We can dive into our calculus behind this in another video, but really what that does, it allows us not to get burnt out. We live in this van so that we can travel long term and travel as a lifestyle. We don't want to be driving way too much, especially on a day that we work. It allows us to drive 2 hours in the morning, then 1 more hour on lunch, and then 1 more hour in the evening. And you can kind of break that up however it is, but as long as it's 4 hours in the day.
And if you have a really busy work schedule that day, which sometimes we do, we really don't want to be doing 9 to 5, logging off and then driving 4 hours. We're not night drivers. I think a lot of people in the van life community don't really drive at night. Maybe it's like a 50-50 split because, like Eric said, this is the lifestyle. You want to see what's on the road. You want to see the scenery outside of it. And We get really tired at night.
And in the day sometimes for some people.
Okay. Okay, so those are our top tips on how to maintain and prioritize a corporate job while on the road. Like Eric said in the beginning, we get asked a lot about this, so we hope that you found this interesting. If you have more questions about remote working, van life, doing it all together, whatever it is, leave them down below in the comments, and we are more than happy to talk about them.
Like this video, subscribe for more. We are just getting started on this insane trip out west, and we'd love for you to come along.
Come along with us. It's going to be fun.
Please, I'm scared.
Things are escalating. It's time to go. It's not kidding. He's scared. He asked me to cancel this trip 3 times.
Okay. Maybe just 3 times, though.
So come along. I convinced him to do it 3 times. So you got to come along. It'll be fun.
All right. We'll see you next one. Bye.
Bye. Oh yeah, it's Friday too. That's nice.
Woo! Friday! What are you gonna do?
Eat dinner and go to sleep.